I'm not great at understanding grammar, and I've just been given a very perplexing problem from the Bible. In Matthew's account of the Beatitudes, where Jesus tells us to rejoice in persecution, the word rejoice is in the present active tense or form. But in Luke's account of the same statement, to rejoice in persecution, the grammar is in the past passive form. So how can rejoice be present active and past passive at the same time? Well, I'm not going to speak as if I am an authority. I'm simply going to give a testimony of how God ministered to me with that difference this morning. The present active form means it's something that happens in the present and that we actively do ourselves. That makes sense. Persecution happens. Jesus is saying, in the present time, at the moment that persecution is taking place, rejoice. Actively. Do it. You do it. However, if it's past and it's passive, I realize that there are instances of persecution I haven't rejoiced in. And the primary reason is the relationships were so personal that everything got clouded in who said what, here's all the personal reasons, and I really struggle with that. What I realized this morning is, if I am to rejoice in the past, and I am to rejoice passively, it sounds like I am to go back over experiences from the past that caused a lot of attachment pain, and I've never rejoiced about it. I've never rejoiced because it's hurt too much. And the passive would suggest, let it happen. Change the experience where persecution caused incredible attachment pain, and just let the rejoicing happen. That has turned into such, I don't know, an amazing comfort. It's one of those things that, blessed are those who mourn, for they shall be comforted. As I allow myself to face this, and I allow myself to mourn that I was treated in a persecution kind of way by people who were very dear to me, that is something that is not unusual. People from other countries know that if they receive Christ, their own families are going to disown them. They're going to maybe even harm them. In some places, their families are so convinced about their religious background that it might be their own family that tries to kill them. So, what's different about me? And what I felt God ministering to me about this morning was that not only is He preparing me that when persecution comes again, because it will always happen, God promised that, anyone who wants to live a godly life in Christ Jesus will be persecuted. While evil men and imposters, they will go from bad to worse, deceiving and being deceived. Today, I'm going to go to God honest about the attachment pain, honest about the heartache, honest about the lost relationships, and I'm going to agree with His word that I am to rejoice. If it is settled that what was done to me was because I was leading people to Christ, that means that the reviling and the slander, the lying, trying to ruin my reputation, that deserves to be a cause of rejoicing over past persecution. And the passive says, let it happen. And I'm out at my prayer spot now, so that's what I'm going to do.